There is a banknote in Europe that almost nobody has ever seen. It's worth 500 euros, making it the largest banknote in the entire euro currency system. But here's the strange part. This banknote became so controversial that Europe eventually decided to stop printing it. And yet, it is still legal money today. In the previous video on this channel, we explored the history of how the euro was created and how billions of banknotes are produced every year. But today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious stories in European currency history. The story of the 500 euro banknote, often nicknamed the Bin Laden note. There is one euro banknote that most people have never held in their hands. It is worth 500 euros, and it is the largest banknote in the entire history of the European single currency. What's interesting is that many people know it exists, but they have almost never seen one in real life. That is why in Europe, this banknote received a strange nickname, the Bin Laden banknote. The reason is simple. Just like the world's most famous terrorist, it seemed to exist, but almost nobody had actually seen it. But the story of this banknote is much more complicated. It was created as a symbol of Europe's economic strength, but over time, it became a symbol of something very different, the world of shadow money, crime, and global financial schemes. In this video, we will explore why the 500 euro banknote was created, why criminals loved it, why the European Central Bank decided to effectively remove it, and what is happening to these banknotes today. When the euro first appeared as physical cash in 2002, 7 different banknote denominations were introduced. Among them were 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, and the largest, 500 euros. This banknote had a distinctive purple color and was the largest euro note ever produced, measuring about 160 by 82 millimeters. The banknote featured architectural elements representing modern Europe, bridges, arches, and windows. The design was created by Austrian artist Robert Kalina, who also worked on the design of other euro banknotes. At that time, Europe wanted to create a currency that could compete with the US dollar, and the large 500 euro banknote was part of that strategy. In fact, some European countries had previously used even larger banknotes. For example, 1,000 German marks, 1,000 Dutch guilders, and 500 Latvian lats. So at first, the introduction of the 500 euro note did not cause much surprise. Although the 500 euro banknote was an official part of the currency system, it was rarely used in everyday life. Most people paid with banknotes of 10, 20, or 50 euros. Even the 100 euro note was considered quite large, but the 500 euro note almost never appeared in shops, in cafes, or in ATMs. As a result, it received a strange nickname. In many European countries, it was called the Bin Laden note. This meant that everyone knew it existed, but almost nobody had ever actually seen one. The reason this banknote became popular in the criminal world was very simple. It was extremely easy to transport. For example, 1 million euros in 500 euro banknotes takes up very little space. It can easily fit inside a small bag or even a briefcase. But that same million euros in 50 euro banknotes would take up almost 10 times more space. Because of this, the 500 euro note became extremely convenient for money laundering, drug trafficking, tax evasion, financing criminal networks. In some countries, law enforcement agencies began to notice a strange pattern. For example, in the United Kingdom, investigations showed that more than 90% of 500 euro banknotes sold through exchange offices ended up in the hands of organized crime groups. This became a serious warning sign for European financial regulators. In 2016, the European Central Bank began reviewing the entire euro banknote system. And that is when a historic decision was made. The ECB decided to stop producing the 500 euro banknote. The reason was clearly stated in the official announcement. This banknote could facilitate illegal activities. The plan was simple. New 500 euro banknotes would no longer be printed, and banks would gradually stop issuing them. The decision was implemented gradually. By 2019, most central banks in the eurozone had completely stopped issuing 500 euro banknotes. This meant that new banknotes would no longer enter circulation. In practice, this marked the end of the largest euro banknote. But there is an important detail. No, this is one of the biggest misconceptions often spread in the media. 500 euro banknotes are still legal tender. You can still pay with them, keep them, or exchange them in banks. And most importantly, they will never lose their value. European central banks are required to exchange them without any time limit. They are simply no longer being printed. In 2015, there were approximately 614 million 500 euro banknotes in circulation. But after production stopped, their number began to gradually decline. By 2023, around 281 million 500 euro banknotes remained in circulation. That is less than 1% of all euro banknotes, and every year, that number continues to shrink. Most of these banknotes today are stored in banks, kept as savings, or gradually returned to central banks. Some people have even started collecting them, because over time, they may become a rare historical artifact. The story of the 500 euro banknote is an example of how the financial system evolves with the world. It was once created as a symbol of a powerful economy, but over time, it became associated with the shadow economy. That is why Europe decided to gradually move away from its largest banknote, and today, the 500 euro note is becoming part of history. A banknote that everyone knows about, but almost nobody has ever actually seen.